Wait. Why do I always pop in from the ether? I don't know why that happens. Anyway, welcome in, guys. Hi. Boy, oh boy. I have become very sensitive to the cold today. Also, do you hear Lord Byron? He's saying, hello. Hello. Hi, Lord Byron. Hello. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. It's a, Wednesday. It's Wednesday, my dudes. I am currently petting Lord Byron. I have my heater going. I'm snuggled up in my blanky wanky. I am peak comfy right now. But let me welcome in everyone. Welcome in Bear. Welcome in Naz. Welcome in JG. Welcome in Silky. Welcome in Knight. Welcome in everyone else who is lurking. Tonight, I believe we're gonna finish up with Carrion. Maybe. I don't know. It's really gonna depend on my ability to solve puzzles. Also, my brain is like, So we'll see how it goes, but it is what it is. I have been working on the stuff for the yes, Byron. Yes, what do you need? He is complaining. I will admit I did just eat dinner. So if you hear me just like cramp over and fall asleep, that's why. One of the things that's nice about winter, but also kind of sucks about winters, there are certain days where it gets really cold, and I don't mind that. I love the cold weather, but sometimes I just get affected by it way more than I normally do. And it's just one of those days, like, you know, and it doesn't even need to be like, you know, 20 or 30 or anything like that. It can be like 50. In this case, it's pretty cold. But the good news is that despite being really tired, we out here, we doing it. Although I will say the only thing that sucks is that like I've been having, I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm getting sick again or something. I don't know. It's just like I'm coughing. I don't know what the hell is going on. Am I dying? I couldn't even make a noise. Anyway, yeah, I think I have Carrion launched, so I'm not really sure. Hello. But, yeah, I do have Carrion launched. Nice. But, yeah, I've been, in my free time. There you go. There's the weird noise. I did it this time. I have been working on the anniversary stream. It's only, 3 days away, which is insane. 3 days from now will be 1 year of Raz streaming, which is nutty. Here's to another one more. Whoa. But yeah, no, I've been working on trying to make that stream special, and boy, oh boy, shit's gonna be hard, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it'll be fun either way. But let's see, did I do a good job? No, I know for a fact I didn't do a good job. I think I forgot to put the damn game as the game capture because I am a genius. Speaking of being a genius, I am cold. Yeah, I think I talked about that. I'm here. I'm alive. I don't really know what else. Maybe I'm alive. Maybe I'm not. I don't really know anymore. My brain just doesn't work. And you know what? That's okay. I'm not here for my brain to work. I'm here to play video games and have fun. I will admit, though, that I literally got on my computer like maybe 30 minutes ago because I just got made dinner. And then I was like, wait, I want to like reorganize like my desk. And I did that. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's 6:30. Did you know? Yeah, did you know that I am only 3 feet taller than Stevio. It's true. It's true. Well, now you know. Oh man. Yeah, I was sitting here and I was like, wait, what do I name this? Because it's like, you know, you never know when the game's gonna end because obviously you don't know when it ends. So it's like I was kind of like hesitant to call this, oh yeah, this is when I'm gonna end this is the finale, blah blah. And I was like, well, if it isn't the finale, then I'll have to do some dumb shit like, oh, it's the finale part 1. It's like, okay. So, anyway, I think we're gonna just jump right into it. I'm running out of ideas. Welcome to my brain. I don't like that. I don't quite. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't quite like that. I also moved around the location of certain things, like my toggles. Ah, there we go. It works. A Bramblegast has appeared. Anywho, oh, for a second I freaked out and I thought I wasn't streaming. I was like, How have I made this mistake? It's been 12 minutes. I'm very high energy. Anywho, we're gonna jump right back into Carrion. Carry on. We're gonna play around with this. How are you guys doing? I think that everyone just redeemed their check-in and are like, all right, I'm out. It's Wednesday. It's like, you know what? I respect that. Not gonna lie to you. I kind of want this to be the last stream of Carrion. Because I don't remember what the fuck I'm doing. I genuinely do not remember what I was doing. My brain is just refusing to turn on. I think... Do we go this way? Oh, hi, JG. Oh, I also got my red badge thing. So, yeah, it looks like Twitch was right. It takes about 2 or 3 days to get in there. Well, welcome in, JG. Hopefully you're doing well. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Part of me is feeling like, you know what? If I get heavily backseated, I would not mind. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think what happened is that I ended stream last time with this and I had no idea where I was going. I've never played this game. Yeah, me neither. So I don't know where the fuck to go. The only thing I remember is that we finished a good portion of this zone. Maybe we have to go in here? Oh, okay. So this is our end goal. We have 5 out of the 6 for the door. So the question is finding where the fuck number 6 is. Okay. Maybe it's this way? I don't know. Oh wait, there we go. Okay, so I think this is where we need to go. Okay, so we're gonna focus on speed here. Okay, there we go. Nice. Time to eat some food. Lurk, I'm gonna eat some food. Ape jam. Yeah, I was naughty today. I didn't make dinner. I bought dinner. Got some Firehouse subs. Got the meatball sub. I got a chocolate chip cookie. Shit was delicious. I'm not gonna lie to you. Normally, whenever I go to Firehouse subs, I typically get a, I get the pickle that goes with it. Oh. Did he just drown himself? Oh. That works. But today, I wasn't feeling the pickle, man. Normally, I'm very happy about the pickle, but today, no, I'm like, nah, you know, I really don't want to deal with it right now. Oh, no. Ooh. Gotta be careful. Nice, we got it. Now there's one more guy up there. Eat high. Fire hot. But I gotta say, you know, Firehouse is kind of up there when it comes down to like the tiers of like quality of fast food. Like, it isn't very cheap, unfortunately, but it is definitely an option that I think everyone should explore at least once. Because, like, I don't really get anything else at Firehouse subs. I just get the meatball sub. Hello, it's Tristy. Hi, Tristy. It's Raz here. Welcome in. Hopefully you're doing well. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know where I am, where I'm going. I hear someone screaming. But we are currently eating our enemies, and it's great. I love it. We can deposit back. Mask. Okay. Probably don't want to do that. Oh, I see. I see. All right, we have to use our brain. This is very bad. because I don't do this very often. So let's go ahead and see if we can use our skills here. Yeah. Zoinks, zoinks, zoinks. Hi, Janae. Welcome in. What is this game? Basically, it's a game where we go around and we eat the humans. We are a escaped, like, how do I even put this? We are basically a escaped biological weapon, and we're killing everything. Uh-oh. What does this do? Oh, interesting. Ooh, so basically what we're doing is we're trying to not only escape the entire facility, but we're also trying to figure out what else we're doing. Because we have a really big brain, right? Because we're big smart. We don't really know what we're doing. Okay, so good news. Okay. It seems as if... Okay, we've got that figured out. We go this way. We do that. Now, the question is, where do we go? So this is basically a monster game where we're trying to figure things out, but it's also a game where we have to use our brain. We have to think. Very dangerous. Very bad. We shouldn't really want to do that. Not very good. Okay, now I'm gonna go and see if this works. So the monster we have here has like 3 stages of stuff. There we go. And oh, that's not what I meant to do. And each stage gives us some sort of benefit. So like, for example, in the very first stage, we get just a web slinger. On the second stage, we get like some a thing where we can send out spikes. And the third one, we get like this massive shield. So it is very much so versatile. So we have to use our brain to really make sure that what we're doing makes sense. Go from there. Now, the good news is I think I have everything. Nice. All right. Now then, I think if I'm not mistaken, we got all 6 doors, which is going to be really, really good for us. Okay, there we go. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Breach the bunker. So I don't know how far away we are from beating the game, but we are definitely, I'm hoping, going fast. 100% destroyed. All right. I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're back? Question mark? I'm not exactly sure where we go. Okay, we came from there, so that's one part. All right. Where else do we go? I'm so confused. Maybe? Well, we got 2 ways we can go. We can either go up or we can go down. So let's just go up, see what happens. And then if we can go down, we go down. Okay. Containment unit is locked. No, breach. My brain. What is going on? Okay. Do we go this way? Nope, this is locked. So then where else do we go? This way? Question mark? I have no idea. Status is breached 66%. Huh? Okay, so apparently it looks like there are worlds, kind of like in Mario, where like you can clear them out. I don't know if that's something similar. Okay, that kind of called out to all the other nests that are nearby. But I don't... Huh? What do we do? I'm really confused because I have no genuine idea what the hell is going on. Or where I need to go. Okay, we've been here before. Oh, man. This is the only big issue with non-linear games like this. Where, you know, you kind of get lost unintentionally. Okay. Let's see what's in here. I think we found our way, though. There we go. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. You know what? You know what I need after a food? I need to become a monster and eat humies. That sounds good to me. 100%. BSL-4 research. Seals are breached, but the biomass samples are not lost. There's only 50%. But everything else is 100%. Containment unit is locked. Okay, we're doing it. What's up, man? Everything good? Hi, Sin. Yeah, everything's good. At the moment, I'm currently looking at this, and it seems like there's only one thing. The BSL-4 research ward is what we need to get upgraded. They're breached, but not destroyed. Okay, I don't know what the difference is. There's some of these that are completely breached. Some of them are just completely destroyed. Kind of confused. So my question is, do I need to backtrack? Something funny happened yesterday? I'm kind of worried. What is that? What happened that was funny yesterday? What happened? What happened? So then, wait, do I? Huh. Frontier. All remaining personnel to the BSL-4 research ward. All remaining personnel. Okay. So I'm guessing this is their coup de grace. Interesting. Okay, I think I need to go this way. Okay. I'm gonna go check this out real quick. Maybe there's something over here that we missed. No? Question mark. I am not sure. Let's see. Containment number 2. What is this? Squeeze it. Let's see what we get. What do we get? Gain access to 3 containment units. Throw a 3rd prehensile tentacle. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. Well, all right. Let's go ahead and eat some humans. Excellent. No survivors. And let's just keep going. Oh! Oh, whoa. Oh, hi, Rai. That scared the fuck out of me.
Insolent fools think they can hold me in this idiot's head for too long. No matter the right time will come, this idiot will slip up one day.
What does that mean? What do you mean by slip up? Are you telling me I'm gonna go mask off? I clicked on a stream that had your face and went for a drink. Then when I came back, I heard some ear licking and yeah, baby. Talk about sensual. It must be very weird for you guys to like have not only like obviously getting used to me with this model, but also the fact that like other people use it and they also do different content. So it's just like it's very intense, I imagine. Turns out it was another dude with your same model. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's kind of interesting, you know, because you think about, you know, can we? Oh, nice. Nice. You think about it and it's like, it's weird because If you only watch me, for example, with this character, you kind of don't see that type of use for it. It was a spicy ASMR. Yeah, I can tell. Some yummy food. Nice. Yeah, I mean, the model can be used by anyone. They can't own it though. Yeah, so that's the thing that's weird about it, right? Is, you know, it's one of the biggest benefits, but also one of the biggest detriments of having a free model is the fact that if a lot of people use it, for example, you know, people will get used to, if like, for example, like, you know, you watch only me for like a few months, right? Anything that you see that's kind of antithetical to what I do typically, or like different from what I do, it's gonna like kind of weird you out because you're so used to seeing me with this character that your brain just automatically prejudices you in that way. And it is what it is, right? But it must be very odd going to an ASMR stream and just seeing me, you know, because I feel like I've done a good job of making sure that the model fits the vibe, you know. All right. Looks like we set off an alarm, though. Yummy, yummy. Now, what's interesting is that, despite the case that there's a lot of that going on, I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to see Asuka way more. I used to see Asuka around way more. At first I thought, wow, Raz has gone wild. You know, I will admit, even if I do ASMR, I probably will draw the line at ear licking, most likely. Although it is hypocritical because I actually do like that type of ASMR, I probably just won't do it myself. Simply because of the fact that, like, you know, there's in ASMR, there's a lot of silent rules that no one really talks about. And it's not like a bad thing. Like, if people do it, like, it doesn't mean that they're bad or anything like that. All it means is that you're willing to take on the consequences that come with it. And namely, the consequences that come with it are, you know, there's a lot of parasocialism. And I've been working very hard to make sure... I'm going to turn down the game a little bit. I've been working very hard to make sure that I minimize that as much as possible. Like, obviously, you can't control everyone. You can't control how they feel, right? But, you know, you definitely don't want to be... intentionally feeding into that if that's not your intention. Like, obviously there's people that want to have parasocial fans. Totally get that, right? Because that just means the streamer's parasocial back to you guys. But that's not my goal. My goal is not to do that. And if others do it, cool. I don't care. Go for it. Get your bag. Have fun. But with me, it's like, I don't want to foster that, you know? It's kind of like I'm not knocking it, but I'm not going to do it, you know? But yeah, it must be very daunting to see someone like, imagine seeing your like brother, right? Like one way, and then like you see them in a completely different light. You're like, this is weird. This is awful. What is going on here? Like, why? Well, what's happening here? You know? But Raz gone wild? Yeah. Ah, shit. I need a human hand. That was a fucking mistake. Whoops. I wasn't thinking. Damn it. Fuck. That's not good. Shit. Yeah. Damn it. Well, okay. At least they gave us the opportunity that if we fucked it up, we could get in this way. Let's see what weapon we got. What's up, bros? Welcome in. Parasitism. No data available. Oh, shit. We now have the ability to make humans. Just by going... Wow, okay. That's terrifying. really cool, but also very terrifying. So now we've progressed to the point as a virus where we literally can mimic a human. Oh, that's scary. Imagine if this was like the alien, just like, oh my god. You wouldn't be able to tell. Literally, you would not be able to tell. Yeah, because last time you were talking about ASMR stuff, so it's I mean, to be honest with you, like I would love to do ASMR. It's one of the things that's on there, but it's not a priority right now. But like I said, you know, there will be boundaries because for better or for worse, you have to draw those lines. And I don't know exactly where they are right now, but I definitely know that they're not like, you know, I'm not doing crazy. Why don't they just nuke the facility? See, that's what a smart person would do. But I think it's because they think that they can contain it still that they haven't resorted to that function. Although the fact that we can basically just walk in appearing as a human is nuts. See, I would have nuked the damn facility. I would have just, yeah. The new reality. Carry on, my wayward son. Okay, so we're now... It looks like the Seattle Needle or whatever. So we're now able to mimic a human. We can walk like a human. It's great. If I had found out this escaped and hasn't reached the surface yet, I would have sent at least 5 nukes. Yeah, I mean, you don't even need a nuke. You can just use the nuclear ones, just the hydrogen ones that are massively destructive. Like, this thing can freaking transform into a human now. Probably we can still use it for something. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Did we beat the game? No way. No way. No way. There was only that much left on the last episode? Fuck me. No. Okay. Admittedly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've done this twice. I've done this for 2 games. I've done this for Carrion, and I did it for one other game that I don't remember. Okay. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna lie. Cunny? Oh, Cooney. Sorry, gonna kill myself. In Minecraft. But I actually really like that game. I think, I will admit there were some moments where I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because the level was just like, my brain could not compartmentalize what was going on. I would want to make sure it's that. Yeah, no, I agree. I would nuke it twice just to make sure. And if we aren't guaranteed, 3rd time. You know, like, this is like, now it's a thing that literally can be human and is now out in the wild. Like, it's insane. But I'm not going to lie to you. This is the type of pixel game that I like. So if you see other pixel games that look like this and have kind of this richness of story and all this, please let me know. I absolutely love these games. I really do like when pixels meet really good story. Terraria is a great example of this. Carrion is another great example of this. And I'm not going to lie to you, even though there wasn't any voices whatsoever or anything like that, it was very enjoyable. I think that even if you watch this series, I think it would be fun just to go around and kill humans. You know, if you can survive the nuke, we leave the planet. See, Roast has the right line of thinking. But yeah, I can't believe I beat the game in only like 30 minutes. You could play Celeste if you want to cry. I mean, I'll be honest with you, like, I don't mind playing like emotionally pulling games and stuff like that, but the reason why I stopped playing Amori was because of the fact that it was just really unnecessarily like heavy. Like there's a difference between streaming a game and getting an emotional experience from it and then basically having a trauma dump. Like, I talked to Marie about this earlier, but I was like, hey, like, I'm never gonna stream Amori on stream a lot, right? But and I'm probably never gonna play it ever again. So I was like, hey, can you tell me, like, hey, my hunch on this particular character, is this what happened to them? And like, yeah, that's exactly. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's why they're angry. And I was like, oh man. And I was like, this is the start of the game. You could play Celeste if you want to cry. I mean, true, for dying a lot. Well, Celeste, I believe, was kind of like Noita, but okay, because here's the thing. Like, I really like pixel games that are done right. And when I say done right, it's not objective. It's by my personal standards. I forget Terraria has a story. I know, right? But the thing about Terraria is that it is a very long game. It is a very high commitment game. It is not something you can just start, you know? It's something that's basically very akin to like Let's Plays. But yeah, like God, there's a lot of fucking people who worked on this game. This is crazy. I think that, you know, just in terms of the game, in terms of as a streamer, as a player, this was fun. This was very fun. This was not a boring experience. There were boring times, definitely, where I was like, where the fuck am I? What do I do? And there was a little bit of repetition, but the puzzles were not hard at all. The game wasn't very difficult. It was really, really fun. Like, I feel like if you got a controller and you just sat here, you could finish the game in like 6. No humans were harmed in the making of this game. Thank you for the clarification. Thanks for playing. Thank you for making the game, Carrion devs. I didn't see the studio because I was so flabbergasted that I finished the game already. But ooh. I really do think that if you want a game like this, it would be fun. I can recommend a game. I can recommend a game if you're like, sure, yeah, go for it. I mean, actually, no, now that we're here, let me go ahead and look at Steam and see if there's anything worthwhile for us. Because I know that, Celeste is up there. And a few others are up there in terms of, things. I think I didn't like Celeste because it was, like... Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I love pixel games, but I don't like, what is it called? What was the one where there's a baby or whatever that's, like, crying? Oh, God. I feel like you would enjoy this game. It's called Signalis. Oh, I actually have played Signalis on stream. You know what's funny? Is, I think I got, like, 2 streams in, and then I stopped playing because I just got fucking bored. And it was because of the fact that, like, it was so slow. And it wasn't really the game's fault. Signalis was designed to be a... Yeah, Binding of Isaac. That's the game that I don't like Binding of Isaac. And I don't like Binding of Isaac-like games. Like, well, Celeste isn't like it, but, like, it gives me that art style, and it made me... I just never liked Binding of Isaac. Anyway, point is, I actually have played Signalis. I played... How many hours do I have on it? About 7.6. And I think the reason why I stopped playing it on stream was because of the fact that it was very slow, and every time I played it, I would get really tired because it was very clearly a game that you should play in your own time, at your own play rate, and without anything going on. And I feel like if you stream it, you lose a lot of the essence of what makes the game good. You know, games like Signalis are best to be enjoyed in long sessions, like 8 hours, and then you're taking notes. It's like those old games from the 2000s, right? It's meant to be a slow game because you need to put hours to get a specific... Yeah, so, like, that's what I mean by it. It's like, it is not a bad game. It's a bad game for me for stream. Because the thing is that, like, you know, one of the most annoying things about Perfect is... Yeah, okay, I'm glad that someone who has played the game, like, I'm glad I got that perception correct. But the thing that really irks me about being a streamer is there is always a matrix of, on one side, you have me, the entertainer, the streamer, right? Because the whole point of this is that I'm doing this, one, because I love it and it's fun, but I also want to make you guys interested. I want, you know, if I'm on your second monitor, I want my place to be certain there. I want to be cemented there. But then there's also the game itself, right? Like Signalis, right? Signalis is a great fucking game. I don't deny that. I have heard I'm going to play it eventually, but everyone says that it is a beautiful game, and I agree with them. It's a beautiful game pixel-wise. For pixel games, it's fucking phenomenal. In terms of story, from what I've seen, it is building up to an incredible amount of stuff. In fact, I still remember a good amount of it because it was just that impactful. The community is also completely different from the game. That's kind of how games go. I know that there's a lot of shipping for Signalis, because that's typically what I see on Twitter when it comes down to it. But games like Signalis that are very slow, you have to really put your mind into that set. And for me, I've made either the pleasure or displeasure of focusing primarily on having the game be, rather than the game being a backdrop, it's a thing that also is determinant of how I am as a streamer. I just dropped my USB drive. So like, for example, with Carrion, right? Perfect example. We have, you know, a game that's fairly typically slow. You know, did you beat it already? Yeah, I did. I only had like maybe 30 minutes left. Also, welcome in, Silky. But By the way, a Drampa has appeared. Congratulations. Oh my god. It's worth playing the game. It's fun. But the thing that's interesting is that I have noticed that there are a lot of streamers who, and it isn't just full-time streamers, there's a lot of other streamers who will just choose a game and play it until they get bored. And I'm not going to lie to you, I think I may start doing that. I think I may dedicate, like I was saying earlier, like Let's Play Monday, just a day or maybe probably 2 days of the week where I just choose one game and we play that until either we beat it or we get bored of it. And it's probably going to be the latter. But it's not going to be like, oh, we're only going to do one stream. Like, I'm going to do good research on it. I'm going to make sure it's there and go there. Hi, Cray. Oh, welcome in. The actual game, Cosmic Horror and Sadness in the Community, is a lesbian robot. That's typically what I see on Twitter. Most of the things I see on Twitter is there is a thing about, and we're talking about Signalis, by the way. There's a, like, they're talking about the androids and the character. I don't know anything about the game, and please don't spoil it. But basically, you know, all I see on Twitter is that, you know, lesbian. Oh, the lesbian game. Yeah. And it's like, you know, they probably aren't, but if they are, cool, who cares, right? But I do find it funny that every community is like that. You know, like, what was it? Like, I can't remember, but there are so many communities that are just extremely antithetical to what you would expect, right? But then again, like, the pattern is always there. You know, if you have, like, super cute girls and they show any affection to each other, come on. You know, it is what it's how it goes, right? You have one person that had, you know, some twinkish features, you know, and goes, and Bakugo Kachan, he's going to be called a bottom. It's just, it's how the world works, you know? But there's, man, it's so crazy. I won't spoil it because you need to see the story. Oh, I will. It's just going to be a matter of time. It's so good when you finally understood it. It made you cry because you realize how deep it is. It's amazing, but it's also so sad. See, that's the beauty about a good story. The beauty about a good story is that, you know, there's a lot of stories that I have personally cried at or personally felt very emotionally moved by that weren't intended to be emotionally driving or really anything at all. It's just the way that the story is presented, the way that things move, the way that things are, and the way that things end up. It really forces you to think about how, you know, these things have happened IRL. It isn't just a story on pixels that you're enjoying. It's, this has happened, right? Like, this is something that has happened in history. This is something that's going to happen again. It's crazy. And it's a beautiful thing because you get to experience vicariously and also very legitimately through it, the feelings and emotions of the character. If it's a main character story that's very heavily surrounded with story, or even just observing. Like, for example, a good example of this is like The Walking Dead, where instead of just taking one character, you're kind of in charge of a whole bunch of them. And you have a lot of very big decisions that you can make. And, you know, sometimes you make what you think is the right call, and because you lack information and because you didn't have the ability to really see, you make a choice that you think is right, but it's wrong. And that's dangerous. But I really do like, you know, I mean, I will admit, like, one of the things that does suck is that I really do like survival games. You know, Valheim is a great example. Minecraft, Kenshi, RimWorld. Very, like, games that are very, very, very slow. But, yeah. Wait, does your character have a mole? How if I had never noticed that? Well, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, like certain people haircut. Have you heard of Hydroneer? Yes, I have, actually. I almost dropped my paperweight. That would have been loud as shit. I think I have it in my inventory. Did you play Lisa? I do have Hydroneer. Yeah. Yeah, like those games I like too. It's a very boring game, but I love that shit. Well, I will say, like, I was gonna be like, if you love it, like, okay, but it's also really fucking ass. Like, of all the survival game mechanics, it has, like, maybe one. Lisa, the Painful. Okay, not gonna lie to you, I have the Unsay-So search available, and I just got a bunch of hentai games when I put in Lisa. Anyway. They got more. Amazing. Last time I played, you can fish and cook. Don't tell Silky that. Silky is just the fishmonger. What? On Steam, you can choose whether or not you want to see NSFW stuff on the store. And I had the option on because I don't care. So I typed in Lisa into the search bar because I believe... who said Lisa? Lisa, I think it was Cray, was it? No, sorry, Sin. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I saw like 5 other options under it. I'm like, the NSFW filter does not work. Yeah, I don't care either. I've never turned it off. Like, I don't care about, you know, seeing hentai games or any of that. I mean, if I'm honest with you, I find it funny that there are so many of them that are all the same, and they're like $2 and people buy them, right? Like, I think it's hilarious. I think I have one hentai game that was like $1 that I bought, and what I did was I screen shared it to my friends, and it was a puzzle game. It was one of those ones where you take a puzzle and you have to unscramble it and you make a picture. And basically what happened was I got in a screen share with my friends, and I purposely and intentionally made sure not to put the pieces where they should go. So for an hour, like an hour and a half to 2 hours, they were just sitting there screaming at me, Raz, put the key in the bottom left, and I'm like, huh? And I'll move the thing on the top right. And I didn't even solve the puzzle. I just did that, and I was like, okay, I'm bored. Let's go play something else. And I think that's the only game that I have that is like that. Do I? Hold on. I mean, I know I have a few others that are just wishy-washy, but I think it was like something like hentai jigsaw puzzle or some shit. I don't even know. I may have privated it just because it's like, I don't want to bother explaining it. And it's like, even though the story I have is really good, like, it's not worth the time. The painful. I've turned in on when going. Cray, I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke. I've turned in on when going through farm simulation games on stream. So many cow women. Yeah, true. Good evening, Anoji. How are you? Welcome in. You are a menace to society, and I mean, I'm not really a menace. It's like, okay, because here's the thing, right? Like, I don't play hentai games, and I don't really care for them. Like, I'm not that type of guy. But I know that there are people that enjoy that, and that's cool. But the thing is that, like, let's be real. Like, if you want to do that, like, just make a second Steam account. Like, legitimately, just, like, there's no value in having that shit on your profile, you know? There are some that have genuinely good mechanics. Here's the thing, Cray. This is the funny part. You're not wrong. There are some of those games who have actually had insanely good mechanics that have been taken and put into real games. And when I say real games, I mean, like, meta normal games. Rather than just like, oh my god, you know, whatever the hell, I don't know. Welcome in, Legacy. We're talking about NSFW stuff. Hi, Kitty. Welcome in. It's good to see you again. The NSFW filter. Wait, hold on. Silky, close your ears. Close your ears. You shouldn't hear this. Some visual novels are really good, but also have the age. Yeah, not gonna lie. Honey Pop was cute coming from a straight one. Well, here's the thing, right? Like, every single type of those games they're designed for a certain market. But the thing that's interesting about it is that, and this is the annoying part, is it's very hard to sell, you know, the quality and the benefits and also like what those games actually provide from a gaming perspective without sounding like a gooner. Like, you literally can't. Like, yeah, Honeycam is a great example. Like, there are a lot of games like Honeycam and a lot of games like Honey Pop who have these mechanics that are actually very scintillating to the mind. It's like playing, you know, RuneScape. You just, haha, I whack the thing, my number go up. Like, you know, simple stuff like that. It just scratches the brain. But if you try saying like, well, Honey Pop and Honeycam have these mechanics that are really revolutionary and new, people are like, haha, gooner, and no one cares about your opinion. So it's like, in order to talk about it, you have to talk about it in a in a contextual manner that's not that. Whatever is a gooner, I've heard about it, but I have no. It basically, take an individual who's extremely addicted to pornography, and that's all they think about. That's basically what a gooner is. I know that's like probably the most weird way of explaining it, but I don't want to. I don't want to stoop so low as to explaining what it is. I try not to use the word. You know what I mean? But I've looked at them, and I've had crises of faith, because I'm like, you know, there are some games that like have these storylines that are like kind of like high school writing. Like, I've never heard of a game that had any better than high school writings. And the thing that's funny to me, the thing that's fascinating to me, is that I sat down, I was like, do I just buy these games and see how they are? And I'm like, no, because I don't want to seem like it. Like, even if I'm just sitting there and I'm playing the game and genuinely enjoying myself, and not in that manner, sorry, that was extremely bad phrasing. Like, enjoying the game for itself, not for anything else it can provide. Oh, there we go. That's a better way of saying it. People are still gonna be like, you have 30 hours on Honey Pop, gooner, and it's like, you know, I'm the complete opposite. The only one I know about that has a good story, apparently, I don't see it. Well, here's the thing, right? The problem with the good story is that you need to hear it to figure out whether it's a good story or not. So, like, typically, you're not going to have someone on YouTube like, here is the storyline of Honeycam, so you don't have to play it. Let's see. I don't know, maybe. By the way, I had to auto mod that term, Cray, because people would not stop using it all the time. Yeah, people would literally like say, "What's up?" I'm like, fuck. Oh god, top 10 Honeycam studio girls. No, damn it. There's a walkthrough? There's a walkthrough for... Anyway, sorry. Gamers are gonna game, right? I haven't played much in games, but yeah, back in my day, yeah. I mean, medical, yeah. I haven't played much H games. I did watch Dashy play Honey Pop. Well, the thing about, like, H games, right, is there really isn't a way for the mass market to actually be introduced to them. And I'm not saying that they should or shouldn't. I'm just saying that it's a reality that, you know, you can't play those games on Twitch. I think Honey Pop has, like, a censored ability, which lets you play it on stream, but it's still, like, you're still kind of wagging your finger in front of the mods and hoping that they don't bite you, you know? Like, it's still a gamble. It's still a risk. So it's one of those things where it's like, do you really want to? And I don't think it's worth it. I mean, like, for me, like, even if I didn't have my Say So Light branding, which I really, really like because it's who I am. It's not just, like, branding for, oh, this is what works, you know? It's genuinely just who I am. The thing that's frustrating, the thing that's annoying to me is, it's really hard to do, like, sell it as a genuine game because everyone just immediately just prejudices against you. It's like, oh, ha ha ha, creepy person. Back in my 20s, I was interested in that, but well, yeah, I mean, and also that's the thing too, like, interest changes, and also, like, one, it's kind of hard to, like, I think it would be very difficult even if Germa were to play it, because it's all sexually oriented, it's all sexually themed, so unless you were literally, like, lampooning and being, you know, what's the term? Silly, I guess you could say, the entire time, like, it would just be weird. What game? We're talking about just at the moment, Honey Pop and, sorry, Honeycam and what was the other one? Honeycam Studio, Honey Pop, and basically they're H games, Cal. Eroge, as they say. How do we even get to this conversation? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I know why. Because I was looking up Lisa, which was a game recommendation, and then I brought up the fact that whenever you type in certain stuff on Steam, like, you just get a bunch of random H games for no reason. Also, Lord Byron has joined us. He's now sitting on my lap. Hello, Lord Byron. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, I mean, the thing is that, like, I'm not trying to beat down on people who enjoy it. I'm just saying, like, one, I don't play them. I don't care for them. But, yeah, like, from a streamer perspective, like, it's kind of hard to... sell those games to an audience. One, because Twitch doesn't like it, and two, it's like, how would you make that fun? Like think about it, right? You're a streamer, right? Even if you're not a streamer, you're a streamer now. Think about it. Like, how do you make... Oh, Byron. No. Okay. I love you, but you need to get that. Okay, he's knocking over everything. Okay, we're good. Sorry. He jumped on my table. He knocked over my phone stand. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Let me recalibrate here. I prefer romance games over... Wait, hold on. My chat's all messed up. Lord Byron has spoken. Yeah, no more H games. Okay, he's protecting our community, guys. Yeah, he has spoken. I mean, to be honest with you, like, there are cheesy dating sims and stuff that, like, I know are good. Like, for example, there's a lot of games that are focused towards women for, like dating visual novels and stuff, which, by the way, like, I understand why people like them, but I don't think I can, simply because of the fact there's, like, with women, like, I feel like the way that women visual novels, and please, by the way, if I am wrong, please correct me. Like, there are a lot of, okay, oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, what the hell was the name? The Otome games. Like, there are a lot of fun for women, I feel, and for everyone that's into that. But for me, I just, like, it was explained to me how they do it. And it's just a constant Are we going to? Oh no, we're gonna get pushed away, but I'm being pulled back. Are we gonna do it? Oh no, I'm being pushed away, but I'm being pulled back. Oh no, are we gonna do? Oh no, I'm being pushed away. I'm gonna be pulled back. And as a guy, I don't like that. Because that's kind of what it's like trying to like get the attention of a woman. It's like basically, yeah. And it's like, I understand from a narrative perspective that may be very, very scintillating to the mind, but it does not scratch the itch. It just stresses me out. Like I mean, just from a guy's perspective, it's like, it is, because the catch-22 every guy has is this dichotomy of, on one hand, it's like, am I attractive enough? Am I smart enough? Am I in a position enough? Am I all these things that I have a chance with her to begin with? Or am I just like, is my biological things going like that? And then there's the second thing of like, she's being nice, but is she aware that she's like flirting with me? Or am I mistaking her niceness as flirting? And you're just confused. Really? I like that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, some people are more romantic in that way, but you know, like, I mean, I've had my phases where like, you know, I enjoyed that too, but now I'm a fairly like straightforward person. I'm like, you know, if I really like you, I'm going to tell you, because the cat here's the cost analysis. If I see someone I really like and I'm like, you know, they're beautiful, they're smart, they're whatever, I won't tell them immediately. I'll like actually get to know them typically. And then after that, I'll like, okay, do I want to go all in on this? Right. And then I'll like walk up and I will make my intentions known. Because I don't ever want them to think of me as a friend, because that's how you get in the friend zone. If you hang out with a girl for a long period of time, she will only ever think of you as a friend, even if she does find you attractive or a potential partner. But if you make it clear to her, then you don't have to deal with any of the bullshit that comes with it. It's easy. There's this one I like. It's called In Love with a Villain. Ooh, I think I've heard of that actually. Is it on Crunchyroll? Mine is to stay the hell away from me. I want to be alone. I am way too blunt. That's true. Yeah, because it's like, I'm not trying to say this is bad to do it, but I just have seen and lived, you know, enough to know, like, if you actually have any interest in dating that woman, you should not, like, you should make it clear. Because the thing is that, like, if you make it clear that your intentions is to date them, yeah, okay, sure, you won't become friends. But here's the thing, like, nothing sucks more than being a guy interested in another woman, but it's very clear that you're in the friend zone, and it's very clear she does not think about anything more than you than as another human being that's a friend. Like, and you have no chance. Like, I mean, you could wiggle, maybe. I mean, but it's very difficult. It's, like, near impossible, to be honest. What do I know? I'm single. But, I feel like Brandon at the end of his videos. Wiggle it just a little bit. Sorry. Hey, no, that's what you gotta do. You gotta bend and wiggle when you need to. But yeah, no, it's yeah, it's like, you know, I understand the fear from a guy not wanting to do that. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, it took me a while to kind of figure that out mentally and have that like mental cost analysis go. But yeah, it's really important to do that. I mean, if you delay that though, if you make, it's not really a mistake, but if you don't say it up front, typically like it kind of, yeah. Well, you have to be suave. You can't just like meet them the first and be like, I'm in love with you. It's like, no, you can't do that. But it's like, you shouldn't be a friend with them for a very long time and then like pop the question. Because then like, I don't know. I feel like I should shut up because I feel like in order to give the advice, I should be married. But I feel like even if I was married, like I'd be like, well, it worked for me. I don't know what the fuck will work for you guys, you know? As a presumed woman. Okay, yet to be determined, I see. It's so soul-sucking to find out someone you thought was a homie had a different intention. Yeah, like, it does differ. Yeah, like, cutting it off or setting it up from the beginning helps both parties. Yeah. And the thing is that, like, it's not anyone's fault that this doesn't happen. It's extreme, like, from a male perspective, and by the way, it's probably the same thing for women when it comes to this. Like, trying to make your intentions known very clearly is exceptionally difficult. It's soul-suckingly difficult because you're just like, you know? Lol, a guy friend asked me out and I was surprised. I appreciate him, but he was not it. Yeah, it's like, that's the thing. And the thing that sucks is that, like, a lot of women typically don't know what the signs are for men who are actually into them. And I'm not going to tell you that. I'm sorry, that's bro code. But I will say that there are a lot of women who just kind of don't realize that the things that the guy is doing is not doing it just because he's your friend and really likes you as a no. He wants to marry you, Baka. I think the reason why I want to be single is because I have 2 sisters. I have too many jokes, but none of them are good for stream, but you can think of some of them, bros. It's a confidence and communication issue you might not have to come to confess. Maybe, yeah. I mean, it also, if you never broach the issue, then you never have a chance to be denied, right? Lost a friendship that way, but saved me a lot of useless chasing. Yeah. You moved to a different state for work. Oh, that's rough. Bro got rejected so hard he moved. Holy shit. Legacy, you got some fucking power. Holy crap. I've had that issue too. It's so bad when you aren't even single in the first place. Well, I'll tell you, Cal, it gets worse. When you're single, no one wants you. When you're dating, that's when people will, like, actually hit on you and stuff. It's awful. It gets worse. You want to know how to really fuck people up? Just be single, walk into a bar, and put on a wedding ring. It doesn't even just put on a wedding ring. I don't know why. Unethical life hacks. I don't know why. You don't even need to lie to them. You know? No, he was already looking for another job. Well, now we know why he asked you. He was like, well, I'll keep this job if you say yes, and I'm getting the fuck out if you say no. Talk about an exit strategy. +1 to him. Also, the way men often treat potential partners is how women treat friends generally, so it's like, yeah, I mean, people won't leave me alone. Post them in a Discord to me. I want to laugh. Oh, man. He was, wait, isn't that a movie? I don't know. But yeah, no, I mean, the thing is that, like, I think it's also kind of funny because a lot of the ways that typically women interpret men acting to them, like you said, like, it's typically how women treat each other. Men don't treat men anything like that. Like, if you guys were able to see how men treat men, it would be hilarious. Like, I will get a text from someone and I won't even read it. I will get the notification. I'll get the push notification on my phone and I won't open it for months. I'll read it. I'll know it's there. I'll know exactly what he sent me, but I'm not even gonna, I won't even give them a read receipt, right? Like, I will, you know, like, obviously I respond if I need to, right? But it's like, I will just keep it there. But with women, like, you know, the guys are like, oh yeah, you know, and we also act very differently. Not completely, but like we do open ourselves up more, right? Typically, like, a guy's text, like, if you ever see the memes, if you fuck, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I don't respond to some women friends quick enough. My house is getting blown up. Yeah, no, like, with men, like, we don't, like, I will literally, like, someone will send me a text. Like, I'm sitting on a text from someone from like 2 weeks ago, and I'm not opening that shit. I've read it. I ain't fucking opening it though. Right? Like, I'm sorry. That's too much effort. You want me to open my phone, navigate into my messages, and click the button? No. Absolutely fucking not. And by the way, it was like 3 words. It was like, I actually don't remember. But yeah, no, like, that's how men are, right? You know, we're just like, eh. Like, if you want to know how men plan shit, it's like, golf? Saturday? Question mark? I'll be like, eh. And it's like, be like, expletive. That's kind of how men talk. We're just like, it's some sort of profanity that comes after whenever we say no. Same here. I have got this one text I refuse to open because I know she will reply. I was too kind to say I'm not interested. Yeah, it's like, it's rough. I mean, to be honest though, like, you just got to do what you can. That being said, I mostly talk to gay people, and that's usually across the board for LGBT. Straight men are an enigma. Well, it's not that straight men are an enigma. It's just that, like, the way that women operate are completely different to how men operate, right? Like, there are so many differences. And by the way, we're just talking about, like, the simple stuff, right? Like, you know, I will admit, like, in friend settings, like, if I'm with my boys, right, and I'm sitting at a table, right, I ain't fucking offering to pay that damn bill. I'm gonna go to the bathroom when we're talking about payment. I'm gonna be like, oh, my stomach. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You know why? Because then now I'm no longer in the conversation for who has to pay. And here's the thing. I know in the future I'll pay for something to kind of get back, but it's just funny. You know? I'm saying bi and gay men tend to operate differently too. Oh! Interesting. Hi, Raz. How are you? What did I walk in today? We're talking about, like, the differences between, like, men and women and how we communicate. Like, for example, I have a real-world example. Okay. We were talking about something that had, like, multiple tens of thousands of dollars of value, right? Okay. And I'm talking to this guy email to email, right? Boy to boy. Man to man. And I was like, hey, by the way, no capitalization, completely lowercase. Hey, want to do this at this date? I'm available here. If not, we can do that. And you know what he sent back? Bet. Bet. And then, like, a few days later, because I was like, okay, he's like, okay, I'll consider the dates and I'll get back to you. That's basically what he meant. And then a few days later, he's like, okay, we'll do this day. And by the way, this was like a very, very serious, like, transaction that was going on. And I was like, all right. But if I do that with women, no, absolutely not. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be like, hello, good afternoon, Miss blah, blah, blah. My name is Mr. blah, blah, blah. And I'm, you know, doing all this. And I would love to talk to you about an opportunity to have a meeting on this date regarding this subject, doing this thing, blah, blah, blah. Nah, I've never done it and I never will. But I have seen people make the mistake of accidentally thinking they're replying to someone else. And boy, the conversation is great. I love, if you know, you know. I love sending emails without a signature block. I love that. And that's what, by the way, no greeting, no signature block. Just like, hey, does this work at this time? And by the way, he sent back, no signature block. Bet. it's like this is what men are, right? Because the thing is, like, why use big word when small word work? You know? Like, it is what it is. It works, right? Playing among gay people is a fight for dominance. Paying? Maybe? I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I'm full disclosure, I'm a straight dude. So it's like I don't know. Not caveman? No, not caveman. Why use big word when small word work? Because here's the thing. In that one word, bet, he told me two things. One, that he saw the message. He read the message. He's considering the options. Two, because the message was received and I know him, I know for a fact he's going to get back to me in a timely manner. And guess what? He did. He made some phone calls. 2 days later, we got it done. We got it good. I mean, shit. My first job, he hired me over text. He was like, hey, you want to take these things? All that stuff? I'm like, yeah, sure. And he's like, okay, you start on Monday. I was like, okay, where's... By the way, he didn't tell me where the office was. I had to call him or text him the day before. I'm like, hey, man, where's the office? He was like, oh, shit. He sent me the thing. I said, thank you for the sub.
XD just subscribed.
Welcome. Still my favorite boss of all time. Fucking love him. He was very... Well, not it was. He is very eccentric. Like, you need to learn how he works, but once you do, you're good. I love story. Yeah, no, it's so good. That reminds me, I haven't posted in the asexual Reddit in a while for another girlfriend. That's meant. It's not a scavenger hunt mission? No. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I could have... Okay, admittedly, I could have gone on the company website and looked for the address, but I'm lazy. Also, I kind of was like, hey, you hired me. Like, I don't know if this is the right address. Because, you know, like, some people, like, small businesses especially, like, their shit is not up to date all the time. So it's like, imagine I show up to the first day, I'm like, where the fuck are you? And I'm like, at the office. It's like, no, oh, sorry, we moved over here like 10 years ago. And I'm like, what? You know? It's so hard to get my straight male coworkers to use the legalese needed for contracts, man. I mean, legalese is very hard. And the reason they don't use it is because they don't want to be pinned to a wall. Like, I purposely don't use any legalese in my emails because I want to make sure that I do not have any responsibility whatsoever. Like, there is no joy greater than having someone talk to me about an email I sent and about my responsibilities regarding it. And I can say, like, do you see this email? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, where did I agree to any of these? And they're like, huh? And I'm like, can you find out exactly where I said yes or I agree to this? Need to make sure. Have a good day, Roro. And I'm like, ah, well, sucks. It wasn't from Craigslist, right? No, it wasn't Craigslist. It was it was actually LinkedIn. Wait, was it LinkedIn? No, it wasn't LinkedIn. It was fucking It was one of those job search ones. Right out of college, I didn't get lucky and find someone to like nepo hire me into a job right out of it. So I basically I sent out like, okay, by the way, if you want to know how bad the current job market is, I spent 6 months sending out like at least 100 job applications a week, and I only got 3 people to come back, and one of them was my first boss. So if you don't have a job getting out of college, life fucking good luck. Fucking sucks. They filed a chargeback. Well, this was done in person with firm harm. Yeah, no, yeah, never. My rule, this is also a rule with rent, never cash. You use a what is it called? Cashier's receipt or whatever. You use anything that has a paper trail. Firm handshake. That's how landlords fuck you. If they're really scummy, they'll take that. Yeah, money order. That's what they're called. Yeah, I'm stupid. But yeah, if you can do like auto payments online, do that. Because then you don't have to pay or you don't have to waste time going to get a money order, right? But some people like it for some fucking reason. But yeah, no, people will fuck you over if you're not careful. Reminds me of a story when I was a kid. This is a nice chat. Yeah, I love, I love chatting. But no, like, it's just like, that's just how guys are. Guys are just like that. Guys will, you know, like here, I'll give you a great example. Can you imagine the worst situation professionally where you've made a massive fuck up? Where you just made a mistake. Want to hear this? Yeah, sure. Where you just make a mistake. And it's just bad. Also, excuse me if you heard that. Excuse me. And I fucked up. Now, it wasn't like a fuck up where like, you know, it was going to screw us over really bad, but it was a pretty substantial fuck up. Like, I'm not going to lie. You know, if it went wrong, it could have had some pretty far-reaching consequences, but it didn't because I caught it really quickly. But basically, you know, I had to tell my boss because my boss was the one that needed to, you know, kind of authorize the shit to happen. And I walked into his office and I was like, hey man, I fucked up. And he's like, what? Like, huh? And I was like, yeah, I fucked up. I did this when I was supposed to do this. I need to do this, but I need you to authorize it, right? In order for us to go through. And he's like, okay. And I handed him the paperwork and he just stamped. And I was like, cool. I went back to do my thing. So quite literally one of my worst fuck ups of all time. That was how it was. Now I did have one that was a little bit more worse, but same in terms of effect, nothing really happened. And I remember very vividly, I didn't know how to fix it. And I remember looking at him and I was like, I'm not sure how to unfuck this, but I have a few options. And he looked very sternly at me and like, well, you better figure it out. I'm like, okay, I'll do my best, boss. But that's also one of the reasons why I loved him as a boss, was because like he didn't overplay shit. He did not, like, he knew that like it is what it is. Like he is so chill. And it's one of the reasons why professionally I'm very chill, because like I've seen him in these like unimaginably awfully stressful situation and he's just like, and I'm like, fuck, I need to be like him. Shit. This is why culturally women tend to be in more clerical work. Yeah, I mean, like, you know what's funny? I got yelled at by a client before I got yelled at by a boss. Although, admittedly, I do want to say it wasn't like, oh my god, the client was so mean. No, I kind of fucked. You know the fuck up I was talking about? Yeah. My boss was like, oh yeah, you better fix that. And then the client was also like there when it happened. So yeah. Although it was actually kind of funny because I got my ass chewed out by him, and like it was one of those things where it's just like, yeah, no, it was like he was yelling and screaming at me, and I was like, yeah, no, you're right, I am expletive. Yes, you're correct, I did mess this up. Yes, and by the way, I'm saying expletive because I can't use the words that he used because it's against Twitch TOS. And by the way, being called a very specific word for a should I even say this? Hold on, I want to make sure. Is there any way that even if I get doxxed, can they get traced back? Yeah, anyways, they use very specific expletives against me. And it was very interesting being called a particular slur for a particular type of people when I am clearly, you know, like, anyway. So point is, but like, I deserved it. Like it was a $500 mistake. So, and it cost about a week of time, but everything worked out. But it was actually kind of funny. But because of that, I actually ended up becoming the favorite of that client because I was one of the only people that just took the fucking like if you fuck up and if someone yells at you and you take it, they called you they used a 6-letter word. I'll say that. I mean, I was like, huh? Like, huh? Sorry, it's so fucking, I'm thinking about this and I'm like, at the time I was like, yeah, if I was pissed off, I would do that. Okay, yeah. And I was like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I never thought I would be called that. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Because as I could say, no, roast, it is. It starts with N. I'll just, for those who are like, what's 6 letters? That one. And I just, you have to be pissed off. Like, you have to be like, and by the way, it was about $500 in a week of time. So admittedly, yeah, well, in terms of the total fucky wucky, it was about $2,000, but it's okay. Yeah, I can't say what they were doing, but definitely, they had money, but a lot of rich people tend to get very rich by making sure they know where every single cent and penny goes. So that was kind of a big one. But the good news is, and it's actually kind of funny, every time he came into the office, I was like, hey, don't need to get yelled at today. And he's like, keep it up. It's so fucking cool. And that's how men are. Like, you will have that happen, right? So what could it be? I mean, yeah. But yeah, oh yeah. It's like, what? Also, howdy, Sasuke. Sasuke! Naruto! Sorry, that was a little, sorry. Feel free to leave. That was a little bit, yeah. Welcome in, Sasuke. Okay, you know what? Fuck you. That was funny to me. Fuck you. Hydrate? Ooh, I am a thirsty bitch. Okay. Bro, that ASMR changed. I've always been like this. I just let it out more. It's kind of like, what is it called?
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
I don't have $200. ASMR? You get yelled at by your boss? Ow! But, like, this is how men communicate. And ironically, because, by the way, I'm not gonna lie to you, in the moment when it was happening, when I was being, like, yelled at and stuff, like, it was one of the very few moments where I just did not care at all about how I felt or anything like that. It was, like, you ever do something that, like, X3 Nozzles pounces on you. Like, you do something where you fuck up, and, like, you're holding yourself accountable because, like, that's what you're supposed to do. And, like, they're getting it, and I'm like, go for it. Like, if I was in their position, I wouldn't yell at you, but, like, if I snapped and I actually yelled at you, like, not gonna lie to you, like, yeah. And I remember the entire time, I'm like, yep, you're correct. Yep, I fucked that up, correct. Now, when it got to the 6-letter part, I kind of went, huh? like, what? And then immediately he switched to something else because he could tell it wasn't, like, working, I guess? Or he was kind of like, why did I just... Oh, man. If I yell, people know I'm... Yeah, exactly, yeah. And that's why I was like, yeah, I'm taking it, because it's like, okay, yeah. I'm very good at de-escalating clients. I've only been yelled at, like, twice in 8 years of working. I've only been ever yelled at whenever I fucked up, and that's only happened, like, 2 or 3 times. And all the mistakes have not been long-term. They've always been very small. It's typically, like, one mistake on one line on one piece of paperwork. But if you fuck up, like, one part of it, it's... If you work with forms, you know what I'm talking about. Like, one little thing is fucked up, you have to redo it's annoying. But, yeah, no, it was great. But I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I wasn't offended by that at all. Because, like, I fucked it up. And also, it was a blessing in disguise because he ended up liking me a lot. And I think it was simply because of the fact that, like, he saw, okay, Raz fucked up. Raz was an idiot. And I was new. He knew I was new, by the way. And was like, okay, he owned up to his mistake. He was accountable for his action. I respect him. And you know what? Yeah. Now, yeah, I won't say anything about who he was because I don't want to risk that. But yeah, basically, if you imagine what he looks like or what he is, you're probably right. But I won't confirm that because in the event I do get doxxed, the last thing I want to do is like, you know, because he's actually a really good guy. Despite what I said, he's actually a good guy. I have an old lady name and my voice shakes easily. It's a very good. Oh, my name is Gertrude. I'm here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. No one wants to make an old woman cry. I would. I'm not gonna lie to you. There have been some old women that I just want to. Sorry, I had to let out the beast inside. There have been some situations where I've had to work with like the the people who are in that age bracket and stuff. And I will tell you, they are the most unimaginably inept people in the world in some things. Like it is stunning to me how and one of the things I pride myself on is patience and clarity. I believe that if I'm working with you, I want to be extremely clear with what's going on, and I want to be extremely patient because you're the one paying for my food, right? So, like, I think that there's a little bit of that. What did you say? Oh, nothing much. Don't worry, it's fine. I just said, like, I think I said something to the effect of, like, man, I just want to take this wonderful, nice lady out for dinner, you know? Go on. Yeah, go off, Raz. Mask off. I've been yelled at once. Granted, I've had multiple stern talking to. Yeah, stern talking tos. I've had those on occasion, but they're kind of just like, hey, like, can you do it this way, not that way? And I'm like, why? It takes 20 more minutes and it doesn't fucking change anything. Anyway, I ain't had that job or so. I don't have to deal with that shit anymore. Yeah. Let me open the Google Doc. Yeah. I'm looking forward to the twit longer. Raz hates old women. Actually, furthest from the truth. It's just that I've had a lot of issues with him because, I think what it is that, like, I think you hit a certain age, and everyone knows this, you hit a certain age and you just stop giving a shit. You're just like, my give a fuck meter is gone. And unfortunately, I've noticed older men, no, not an issue. But yeah, 60 years plus, yeah, cray, right on the dot. Just once they hit 60, they're like, you know what? I want my money and I want it now, okay? And it's just like, I can't fucking give you your money. I can't, otherwise I'll get fired, you know? And it's like, I value myself over you, you dumb ass, you know? Bitch. Trying to be perfect. I will say I do get snarky though. Oh, hi Mega. I do get snarky with them. I'm just like, ma'am, I don't have the opportunity to give you what you need. However, if you're unable to work with me, it's going to take even longer. And then when they find out that, like, they have no power, they're like, oh. Although I do like pulling the ma'am, I'm doing this for you, like, guilt tripping them. It works. I shouldn't be saying this. Fuck. I should not be saying this. Anyway, yeah. Call JG Wentworth 877 cash now. Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, the way that I do it whenever I have to deal with anyone over the age of 60 that's female and they're belligerent, I always make sure to, if I'm not able to talk them down reasonably, I always make sure that they know that I'm here for them. I'm not an adversary. I'm quite literally their asset. You know, so I just tell them flat out, I'm like, hey, like, I know this sucks. Like, I know that this is not working on the timetable you want it to work. But here's the thing. Of all the other people that could be working for you, I am one of the only people that aren't dragging their feet. I'm giving you constant updates. I'm letting you know exactly where we are with everything. And we're going as humanly fast as I can. And the moment I get an update, I call you, right? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, that's all I can do. Unfortunately, there's a limit to what I can do, and then we have to wait for other people. And those are the people we should be yelling at. It works almost every time. And then when they're like, and I'm like, I hang up. I don't give a shit. And you know what? They call back. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. The office had a power outage. It's so fucking... And you know what? They believe it. It's so fucking funny. Oh, man. And you know what's funny? Is that they call me back immediately. That shit rings the entire time, and then it goes to voicemail. And I'm just like, all right. I leave the phone there. It's like, keep working on shit. It's so fucking funny. If I'm dealing with an angry old man, I become the peppiest 20-year-old just trying to help. Yeah. Okay, I will admit to you, old men being angry, like, you know they're really, really fucking pissed off. You know, I would pay gold to see it. Oh, just put a camera. Just imagine in the office, right? There's Dwight, right, sitting there and getting yelled at, and then quite literally, this is my strategy. Don't feel free to copy it. I'll start talking about stuff where, thing is going on, and then the moment they start with their next thing, I just click on the phone. And then it takes them like a few minutes to notice that like the call has been disconnected. So then they call back and I don't respond. And then they send a voicemail, and sometimes they'll be like, oh, like they'll realize like, oh, they were being an asshole. And sometimes I get an apology. And by the way, it's on voicemail. So it's just every time like the client pisses me off, I go to the voicemail and I'm just like, yes, please tell me you're sorry. Please tell me. It's like, it's so good. Hi, Marie. We're talking about unethical life hacks. I feel you, man. I'm an IT guy for an old office worker. Yeah, it's like, you know, because here's the thing, right? Like, once you realize, like, there are a lot of actions you don't have, like, phone calls are not, like, game-pausing events. You can fucking skip that shit, right? Like, once you make a phone call to someone and you tell them the necessary information, like, as long as you have an out, you're good. Right? You know, oh, I have to go right now. My boss needs me. Oh, you know, start talking like, oh my God, yes, we can do this. And then you hit click as you're talking. You're like, oh my God, we can do this. Click. And then what's funny is that sometimes that's enough to disconnect them. Because one of the strategies I've learned that's really useful is confusing people. If someone is really angry and you walk up to them and you go, they're going to be like, what the fuck? Huh? And you don't say anything. And they're going to be gaslit the entire time. Any anger they have, it's going to be replaced by abject confusion. Have I done this? I won't answer that question. Oh, man. Life is your oyster, man. Slurp it. I'm just imagining you sitting at your desk with the most tired expression known to humanity with a headset on your head as you're trying to talk to an old lady. No, I've considered getting a headset, but I'm not going to lie to you. It's a vibe to have the phone craned in between your shoulder and your ear. And just like, I'm sitting there tacking away on things that actually matter while I listen to someone bitch about something that I've already fixed like 2 months ago. And they're like, I don't have an update. I'm like, ma'am, I don't control the fucking everything. Hello, they're not available at the moment. I'm just taking messages. Can I get your name and info to pass along? Yeah, exactly. Oh, yes. I've actually done that. I remember because the way that the phone was routed is that it was extremely convoluted on purpose to stop. It was to disincentivize people from calling. Wonder why they do it. And there was a call that came through and they were trying to get to me. And I was like, I got way too much shit to do today. And your shit, like, in terms of the things that make everyone money and everything else, like, you are not very important. You're going on the back burner. Sorry, guys. Believe it or not, we do prioritize. And I was like, hello, you know, and by the way, I typically don't talk with that, like, customer service voice. I'm typically like, hi, you know, I'm Michael. What do you need? So it's like, hello, my name is Tristan. Michael can't come to the phone right now, but I can take a message, you know? And they're like, oh, hi, sweetie. You know, like, can you please pass on a blah? Now, this doesn't work for people that are, like, under the age of 40, typically. It works if they're over the age of 40 or they're new and they don't know you yet. And by the way, even if they do, like, they're not going to call you out. Yeah. Raz, your humor makes my day. It's not even humor. This is just shit I've done. And things I will continue to, because they just work. Phone on the shoulder, nails long, and iced coffee. I feel that like. I mean, I will admit, if you imagine a guy in basically business casual, business casual essentially, and got a phone on the thing and black coffee. That's basically what the Raz vibe was before I quit coffee. Now I'm just, you know, just, I'm a shell of myself. I'm quote unquote healthier now. Anyway, I'm just, hold on, I already had that. But yeah, no, it's just like, you know, this is just I think that what is nice about life is that even though, yes, jobs suck, obviously, womp womp, I think that you need to make your own fun. And the thing is that, like, it is what it is, you know. The first vibe is very different from the current vibe. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, you just do your best. I'm just imagining your avatar with the casual business suit, the most tiredest expression known to man. Like, humanity doesn't give a shit trying to explain it. I mean, it doesn't happen a lot, but unfortunately, like, there's a lot of things that happen that are just business as usual. And then, like, there's things like that that are just, like, you just... Because I'm just, like, imagining, like, you know, like... The way that I stop myself is, like, I'm thinking, like, you know, is it worth it? I'm like, no, it's not. The first vibe is very... Oh, sorry. T-Man that watches kind VTubers. Healthy? Isn't that a myth? No, I mean, I will admit, like, the reason why I quit coffee was not necessarily because coffee was bad. Like, I was only drinking black coffee. Like, that's not unhealthy. That's actually fairly good for your heart. The problem was I was drinking so much of it. And there are certain things that I have a very addictive personality to. So it's just one of those things where it's like, well, like, that's why I don't drink soda. That's why I don't drink coffee. Because otherwise I can't control myself. So it's like, fuck it. All right, I can't have it. So in the alternative, like, if I'm really tired, I'll get an energy drink. I hate energy drinks. They taste like shit. I feel like I start sweating. Like, it's awful. But they work. One thing I'm absolutely convinced about is that the Mandela effect is just a time traveler who wants to fuck with us. I mean, if that's the case, then you know what? I'll take it. That's fine with me. I'm going to turn off my heater now. Ooh, it was super cold, and then now it's super hot. But then again, like, my heater has been going at, like, 95 degrees Fahrenheit for, like, 2 hours. But, yeah, no, I mean, dealing with, like, that's just kind of, like, you know, just another example of, like, male versus female in terms of, like, communications like that. You know, you have, you know, the male-to-male communication, the male-to-female communication, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's all different. And, I mean, I understand why, like, especially, like, to straight females, like, why men are such an enigma. But it's also because, I think it's because you guys don't actually believe us when we tell you, like, hey, what are you thinking about? And when we say nothing, we actually mean nothing. Like, if I'm sitting in a chair and I'm staring at a wall, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm literally just staring at the wall. And I know that may be like, huh? I'm counting how many dots are on the wall. I'm doing that right now. 1, 2, like that's what I'm doing. I'm not thinking about anything. Or even better, I'm zoned out and I'm not even looking. My face is looking at the wall, but I'm not even looking at it. Right? I don't know why, but caffeine makes me really tired. Yeah, caffeine works for me. It sucks. But, you know, like, it's so cool, but also kind of unfortunate that, like, you know, for the entirety of human history, men and women have had this issue with communication. And it's been like, it takes forever to figure out. And you know what sucks is that, like, I'm not trying to say that I'm a guru or I know, like, how to talk to women or men, but, you know, you figure shit out and you realize that, like, it really was just that easy, you know, in some ways, right? That's the case with some of you, and then others, an hour later, you get a, hey, I've been thinking and bro is festering for the last hour or two. I mean, men also are, I mean, if you know, like, habitually are always suffering. Men are suffering in some way or another, and we just don't talk about it. Because there's no value to it. Because we're solution oriented, and we don't want comfort typically. If we do, that's when it's really bad. Oh, Raz, I got 2 episodes into Free Run so far, and both episodes really made me tear up. Yeah, no, it'll fuck you up. Free Run will put you in the dust, but it's a good thing. I'm glad that other people are becoming based. I think Silky was also doing it, so well done, DJ. Very proud of you. When I'm thinking about nothing, I'm thinking about every detail, every small scratch mark on the wall, every small piece of dirt. Yeah, like, but like that's basically nothing. Right? I mean, if you want to be more specific, feel free, but like, does it really matter? No. It shows how long a life can be very sad at the least. It shows how a long life can be very sad, at least she is immortal. Yeah. I'm excited because DJ's only 2 episodes in, so DJ hasn't even seen the full effect of the anime yet. But, man, I'm excited. At least yeah, I mean, elves do live a very long time, though. But yeah, it's like, you know, I think about like, you know, myself 10 years ago, myself, you know, in different circumstances, like back in college or before college. And I'm like, man, how was I so stupid about these things? Like, how did I not pick this up? Like, it was so easy. Like, you know, like it really is that easy to make friends. You just talk to people, you know, if you vibe with them, cool. If you don't, you don't, you know. Bro, I've spent hours trying to put my mind in a state of nothingness. It's actually not that bad. If you're a guy, make a fire. Or go on YouTube and Google a fire. I'm not joking. If you're a guy, this will work. I guarantee it. Go on YouTube, if you're a guy, and type fire. Fire for like an hour. It can be a loop. It can be a real fire, whatever. You will stare at it and you'll be like, we have that effect with one other thing, except I won't talk about what it is. I barely remember my childhood. Same. I mean, I remember parts of it, but not all of it. There's splotchiness. But like that's the benefit of like fire, right? Is like during the winter, what I like doing is I like having a video of like the Christmas fire and like a brick fireplace going on. Because it's just one, peak vibes, but also two, it's like fire hot, you know. But I mean, like, I understand, like, I have been told that, like, people are like, how are men able to just think about nothing? And it's like, it's not that we're actually thinking about nothing. It's just that nothing is present in our mind. You know, if you have a voice in your head where you're thinking about stuff, like right now, you know, as you're listening to me, you're thinking about stuff. You know, that's basically what nothing is. You're in meditation, it's called being mindful. Where basically, like, you're not trying to silence your thoughts. What you're trying to do is focus on a single thing and not have it control or be too little. You're trying to find... It's really weird how meditation works. But the whole point is, yeah, thinking about nothing is zoning out, and thinking about nothing is thinking about nothing. Yeah, that's actually true. I'm trying to explain in a way that it doesn't, like, a logic puzzle. What? But, yeah, like, you know, have you ever had an opportunity where you're really tired and you kind of just stare off at the floor? And you're just kind of like, man, I'm tired. And you're just like, that's what men go through when we're thinking about nothing. We're just like, our brain goes to 20% power and we just, and sometimes you'll catch yourself doing it and you'll be like, if I move my eyes, I'll snap out of it. Or if someone walks in front of me, I'll have to move because it's weird for me just to go like, you know, like on the train or something. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, women can do it, too. Women have their own form of, like, thinking of nothing. Except, like, it's not, like... I mean, I believe if the psychology is... If I remember it right, like, women are always thinking about something. Like, they don't really get the opportunity to have, like, an off switch like men do. But they can kind of have the same thing. But the way it's been described to me is that they're having the same type of thoughts that they do outside, like, normally. But it doesn't affect them. Like, they don't feel anything. They're just letting them occur and pass. Basically like meditation. I just want to float an endless void, not cold, not hot, not too dark, not too bright, just peace. Yeah, like, you should go to one of those, it's called a gravity pool. And it's dark as hell, and it's salt water. And you just float there for like an hour. Apparently, it's really good for your mental health. I love having an off switch and I can control it. Mine is streaming. Mine is unironically streaming. Because then I go from Michael to Raz. I think that's more a nurture thing than a nature thing. I'm not a psych. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm going off, like, literally whenever you hear me say anything, just assume it's based off what is my lived experience as well as, like, my own perception. So if it's wrong, like, know for a fact, like, it's just because it's my opinion. So if it is more nurture than nature, I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. That's not, yeah, by the way, I will say they are pretty expensive. They're like $100 an hour. But it's like you go in there and you take a shower basically, and you get into, like, you know, your swim shorts, and then you just float in a pool for an hour. And apparently it's like a sensory deprivation tank. I have the money. Love to hear it. Yeah, try it. If it's like my old boss, my first boss, ironically, actually did that. And he did it a lot. Because it was like one of the only things that, like, de-stressed him. 2 hours would be enough. Yeah. South of me, they got mushroom therapy. I could never do those. You know, I've thought about, like, why people do it. I'm like, why would you chance that? The studies on it are phenomenal, first and foremost, for therapy as well as all not just pharmaceutical and therapy, but also medicinally. But I'm just like, why would you do this shit recreationally? I wouldn't be able to stay in the water that long. Yeah, 2 hours, like 2 hours in a sensory deprivation / like salt water, like that'll be more than enough. You'll be a brined piece of human. You will be a brined roast dinner, quite literally. By the way, a Knackley has appeared. But yeah, no, I absolutely love it. Also, hi Marie. I don't know if you're still here. I saw you check in, but I don't know if I said hi. Get rid of the salt water and I can stay in there for hours. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not salt water. I'm sure it's something else, but you know, they'll tell you, right? But if you live in a city, you probably have at least one, hopefully. That's the one case where I would absolutely take the sterilized version in a clinic before testing it recreationally. Yeah, I mean, like, whenever, like, it's, and this isn't even just, like, recreational stuff. It's just, like, food stuff in general. Like, it's really important to make sure you're taking care of what you put in your body. Because, like, the thing that sucks about being an American is the fact that, like, you know, like the McDonald's, for example. Like, if you get a double cheeseburger from the value menu, not the dollar menu now. Oh, may it rest in peace. And please come back as soon as possible. Like, it has it has like 10 times more calories than it should have because there's so much stuff in it that's invisible that we can't see. Sadly, live in a small village in the UK, but we got none of them. No, you know, they've probably got one in London. If you live towards the northern side, I'm pretty sure they have one in Glasgow. I'm pretty sure they have one up there in, oh, fuck, what is it called? God damn it. They probably have one in Wales, too. I'm pretty sure the UK has at least one. Although I will admit, like, if you're opposed to like an hour or two drive, that may be problematic, but I'm used to them, so much could go right, but also I've seen how much it can go wrong. Yeah, I mean, the thing about life, right, and this is just like something that's everyone knows, but like we just don't say it enough, is like every good and bad thing we do has a cause and effect. It has a consequence. Some of them we're more aware of the consequences than others, but you know, it's always important to make sure that if you have the opportunity to do something where you have something to take it back, you should probably do it if you can take it back. But if it's something where like you don't know what the thing is, like that is a difficult call. I mean, you do you, but you know. Go on, man. I coughed. You would have problems because all pickles are happy. I live too far from London. I'm legally not allowed to drive. Oh, man. Imagine the vibe getting on the bus and like taking the bus circuit like 2 hours to get to London for the tank thing. Having the 2 hours of just bliss and then the bus ride back. Talk about like equalizing out. Although I will say, one of the countries, I mean, Japan is the #1 country I want to visit besides the United States, but the second one is the United Kingdom. And the reason why is there's so much history there. Like the amount of history that's in the United Kingdom. And I use United Kingdom very loosely here. What I mean by that is, you know, England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, so on and so forth. And there's just so much history there that I love, that I want to see firsthand. That still is there, right? Like there's so many historical figures, homes that still exist. There's so many stuff like that. And that is, quite frankly, like the #2. And the reason why is there's just so much history, not just in England, but in Scotland, Wales, Ireland, that I want to see. So that would definitely be a #2. My mom wouldn't let you go on the bus alone. She's way too protective, but a good kind of protective. Hey, it's your mom. Your mom's going to take care of you. That's how it goes. I want to go to Greece. Okay, the reason I don't want to go to Greece is because I had a friend who went on an exchange program in the summer, and they went to Greece because they were taking Greek like 3 or whatever, and they like qualify for the program. And they sent me pictures of like the Greek sites, which is the reason I wanted to go to Greece, like the Pantheon and all these things. And I'm like, these places fucking suck. Like these are boring. Like it's one thing to be like, okay, I'm here, like this is amazing, but it's like it's just very underwhelming. Pantheon kitties, I'm coming to you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that if you want to go to Greece, like you're wrong or anything. I'm just simply saying, like, when I got the results of the pictures back, I was like, damn, I'm glad I didn't spend like $3,000 to do this. I'd be angry. Not the right one. I'm in Athens, but who cares? I mean, I want to go to Japan because I'm a fucking weeaboo, right? Like, let's be real, right? You guys have way more legitimacy for going to Greece than I will ever have for going to Japan. Oh, man. I currently just got this side smack in my head where I'm like, you know, in 3 days, we're going to be having the 1-year anniversary stream. By the way, I'm planning that shit, and holy fuck, it's taking a lot of time. I'm trying, though. But I think what I'll do, I want to go to Ireland. Go there. Go to Ireland. Go see your friends. Or if you don't have any friends there, make some. Irish people are pretty easy. Have a beer. Not even that. Have a pint of Guinness there, laddie. A lot of Greece and Roman sites are filled with stray cats. Oh, I love it. It's so good. I might have family there, but I don't know. Isn't that weird to like have a family in like a different place that's not too far away, but like kind of far away, and you're like, I think I do, but I don't know. I'm thinking of pushing my stream back so I can be here for the 1 year. I mean, it'll be very, very worth it, I think. I mean, I've been spending about the past week kind of planning. Well, I spent the last 3 days kind of thinking about the chronology for how I want it to go. And then the past, well, I'm fucking about, anyway, the past week I've been thinking about how I want it to go down, and now I'm actually making it happen. So it'll be fun. Although, like, yeah. My grandparents were Irish, but I have no clue if any other people are over there, but they came to England. Yeah, it's like, I mean, you're not too far away, but like, it is like a ferry ticket, you know, plus travel. But in the United States, like a 4-hour drive is nothing here. So. Yeah, or at least to me. I can drive like 4 hours and be fine. Hell, I can drive like 8 and I don't care. Hi, MG. Welcome in. But man, yeah, no, 1 year of streaming in 3 days is kind of nutty. Because my brain, like, thinking about that really fucks me up. Because it's like, you know, I'll talk more about it during the actual anniversary stream, but it's like, man, did I expect any of this to happen? No. I was like, I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I legitimately thought I was going to stream for 6 months and just flake out because, like, I just got bored. That didn't happen. We had a fucking subathon. Did the live end? Well, we are closing up here because I'm gonna end stream earlier than I normally would, simply because of the fact that like I kind of want to work on the anniversary, and so I think what I'll do here is let's find someone to raid. But let me see. Do you guys have any recommendations? Is anyone online right now that we know, or anyone that we don't know but you guys are familiar with? That makes no sense. Who do you guys want to raid? Any recommendations? When is anniversary? It's on the 22nd. Oh, fuck. I forgot to post a schedule to YouTube. Shit. Fuck. Well, it's better late than never. I should go and do that. Okay. So that's my plan. I'm going to end stream and post that to YouTube so that you guys know. Sorry. I posted in the Discord and I thought, my bad. Stevio is streaming. You guys want to raid our... Do you guys want to do Synovia or Stevio? We got 1-1 right now. I didn't see who did it. I mean, DJ did hit it first, but... What do you guys want to do first? Now, on YouTube, unfortunately, I can't... I don't think I can redirect yet. Otherwise, I would. I have the day off during that time. Let's go. No multiplayer. Thank you. Up to chat. You know what? I'm going to flip a coin. Stevio is bottom and Synovio is top. Coin flip. Okay, it's tails. So we're doing Stevio. Let's go and red Stevio. What? I know what I said. But yeah, thank you guys for coming by. We're going to raid over to Stevio, but on the YouTube side, it's just going to come to an end. So please feel free to head out if you're on the YouTube side. But if you're on the Twitch side, please consider following. If you're on the YouTube side, please consider subscribing. And just have a good time. Thank you guys for being here. I had a lot of fun finishing the game in 30 minutes and then talking for another hour. But hey, that's how it goes. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's always a pleasure having you guys here. There's so many of us here. It's insane, this community. I love you guys. I will talk to you guys soon. Oh, shit. Cray, you're my favorite. You're my favorite today. You're right. I was, yeah, holy shit. That would have been funny. Raiding into an offline stream. Oh, that would have been bad. Have a nice night. Don't question reality. Have a good one, Roast. Thank you for being a good roast dinner. Have a good night. Take care. Also, have a good one, MJ. It's good to see you. I'm glad that you came by, even though unfortunately it was at the end. Anywho, take care. Good night. And I will see you Friday, not tomorrow, Friday, for our collab with Stebio, JG, and Futacular on Helldivers 2. Democracy. Anyway, good night.